What you doing today?
We are in, I don't know where we at in Florida. South of Boca Raton.
Yeah, West Palm.
West Palm. We're in West Palm, Florida today. We're back to see Hank working on his 2025 Explorer ST. Today we're doing spark plugs. Trying to wrestle this fuel pump cover out of here. Tech tips with Josh. What are we doing today? 2025 Explorer ST spark plug job. Went ahead and took these two 10mm off. Let's hold that coolant pipes down. Give me some big hand room. Anyways, we slide that out of there. Sometimes they don't always come out in one piece. Thank God this one did. My go-to modification. So when we put this back in there, it's not such a bear and we can reuse it. I come off this over here, take my razor blade, and we will trim that piece down. And then this one here. Again, you don't have to do this. This just makes it easier to put it back on and keep it. And then next time you do your spark plugs, it's really easy to come out. So trim that off so it's nice and flush, and it'll slide back in there a whole lot easier. So the difference between us and them. All right, now we got the fuel filter guard trimmed up. We're gonna go and get all of our coil packs unplugged. We already unplugged the third one and the number 5. Next we're gonna do the number 1. So this is 1, 3, 5, and then 2, 4, 6. So pull that little white plug out, squeeze it, pull it down, and then you can expose your little 8mm. So we'll get those off next, and then we can pull all our coil packs out. All right, so now we got all these 8mm bolts out. There's 6 of them total. We always use a magnet tray because I'm like a lot of people. I fuck up and drop shit a lot of times. I don't want to be dropping. I don't want to waste time chasing parts. So get you a magnet tray and keep all your stuff on it. So people are always asking about how you get these coil packs out, the back tube, how bad are they? So remember I took that coolant line off. That gives me a little bit of big hand room. There's no real easy way. You got to reach in there and grab it. Be real careful with some of these zip ties that the factory leaves. They'll cut your hands wide open pulling them out. So just move slowly and you snake them coil packs out, and that's what they look like. So we got all 6 coil packs out. Next, this is my secret sauce. I got the flex head ratchet. This is a snap-on. Pick your favorite brand. I like this for the length. It's the perfect length for leverage, aspect ratio. And then I also got a 4-inch extension, a 3-inch extension, and a 2-inch wobble extension with my magnetic 5/8 socket. You can use whatever contraption you want to use. I prefer this the best because this helps me get to the front one. As you can see, oh, I got one coil pack left. Hold on a second. I'll show you real quick before we cut to the next scene. So on the front coil, spark plug, it reaches down in there perfectly and gives me my reference leverage. And then I can also take it apart. Take this piece off, the 2 extensions in the socket, slide it down in the hole, and I come back with my ratchet and my other extension. And I can stick it in there like Tetris, and then we can get that spark plug loose. So that's my secret to this. Or you can call me and have me come do it. All right, just about got this back one out. We done had to take the extension off. So once you get it rack loose, reach in there with your hand, and then you can just spin it freely out of it. So there's the original after 10,000 miles. It looks like a great spark plug by all accounts. This could have been used for a long time. But yeah, so then we reload it. We got these already pre-gapped. We gapped these at 28 thousandths. So you stick it back in the spark plug. You don't want to drop these in the spark plug hole and mess with that tolerance at all. You want to be real gentle with these. So that's why you got a magnetic spark plug, and then you just slide it in the hole. Start it by hand. Always, always, always start it by hand. And never use power tools on spark plugs. Taking them off or putting them on. Should never need them. So you tighten that down hand tight, and then you can get in there with your tool and tighten it down. All right, guys, so we got all the spark plugs swapped out. We got them all tightened down. Next, we're going to take our overpriced Mac tool micrometer, and we're going to torque everything down. We like to torque everything down at 134 inch-pounds, also known as 12 foot-pounds. All right, did I say that right? 11 foot-pounds. 11 foot-pounds. Yeah. So you don't want to over-tighten these, and you don't want to under-tighten them either. So take a few minutes and torque them. All right, guys, so we're all finished up. We got all the coil packs back in. We double checked, make sure all the clips were in correctly and all the locks were on. We also got the fuel pump cover back on, the 2 10mm for the coolant lines back on. We're going to button up the Stita bar. Yeah, I've taken that off to give me some fat boy room. And then as always, when you finish a spark plug job, you always want to go in there and start it and make sure you don't have any codes and you didn't leave something unplugged. So I appreciate you guys watching. We're going to finish up doing a little sway bar grease for Hank here on his Explorer, and then we're going to head out and we're going to be headed farther south. So I appreciate everybody sticking around watching all these videos. Like, subscribe, share them to your friends. If you find any value in these, if you got ideas for future videos, put that stuff in the comments. I'm going to be checking those and interacting with you guys on a regular basis. Miss you, love you, bye.